As we grow older, one of the most noticeable and frustrating changes many people experience is a gradual loss of leg strength. The legs may begin to feel weaker, climbing stairs becomes more tiring, and even simple tasks like standing up from a chair may require more effort. This decline is not only inconvenient, but it also directly impacts independence, mobility, and overall quality of life. Behind this change lies a silent process called sarcopenia, which is the gradual loss of muscle mass and function with age. While many accept it as inevitable, science is now uncovering ways to slow it down, and in some cases, even reverse it. One of the most powerful yet overlooked solutions lies in specific vitamins that act as critical building blocks for muscle strength, nerve health, and energy production. These vitamins are not quick fixes in the sense of a pill promising overnight results, but rather essential nutrients that, when taken consistently, give the body the raw materials it needs to build stronger muscles, improve balance, and restore energy. For people over the age of 60, this becomes even more important, because natural absorption of nutrients declines with age, leaving the body more vulnerable to deficiencies that directly weaken the legs. If left unaddressed, these deficiencies can accelerate muscle loss, increase the risk of falls, and compromise independence. In this talk, we will explore 4 of the most important vitamins for seniors over 60 to maintain and even rebuild leg strength. Each of these vitamins plays a unique role, from supporting the nervous system that controls muscle contractions, to boosting energy metabolism inside the muscle cells, to directly influencing bone density and preventing fractures. By understanding how they work and how to bring them into your daily routine through diet and supplementation, you will have a clear, science-backed path towards stronger legs and a more resilient body. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin, but when it comes to leg strength after the age of 60, it could just as easily be called the stability vitamin because its role extends far beyond bone health. Vitamin D acts more like a hormone than a typical nutrient, and it influences nearly every system in the body, especially the muscles. Inside your muscles are specialized receptors called vitamin D receptors. When activated, these receptors help regulate calcium, the mineral that allows your muscle fibers to contract and relax properly. Without adequate vitamin D, the communication between your nerves and muscles becomes impaired, leading to weaker contractions, slower reaction times, and that heavy feeling in the legs many seniors describe. Research has consistently shown that low vitamin D levels are linked to reduced muscle strength, balance issues, and a much higher risk of falls in older adults. In fact, studies reveal that seniors with vitamin D deficiency can lose up to 30% more muscle strength compared to those with healthy levels, making this nutrient a cornerstone in the fight against sarcopenia. Beyond muscle strength, vitamin D also helps regulate inflammation, which is another hidden factor that drains muscle function as we age. Chronic inflammation can cause micro damage to muscle tissue and interfere with repair, leaving muscles weaker over time. By ensuring sufficient vitamin D intake, the body can better control inflammation and create an environment where muscles can rebuild rather than deteriorate. Practically speaking, there are 2 main ways to maintain healthy vitamin D levels: sunlight and diet. Spending just 15 to 20 minutes in direct sunlight, ideally during midday when UVB rays are strongest, can help the body naturally produce vitamin D, although this becomes less efficient as the skin ages. For this reason, seniors may need to rely more heavily on dietary sources such as fatty fish like salmon or sardines, egg yolks, and fortified foods. However, even these may not be enough, which is why many experts recommend supplementation. The key is not to overdo it, since vitamin D is fat-soluble and can build up in the body, but rather to find the optimal dose through regular blood testing and medical guidance. Another crucial detail is that vitamin D works best when paired with magnesium, because magnesium activates the enzymes that convert vitamin D into its active form inside the body. Without enough magnesium, even a vitamin D supplement may not fully do its job. When seniors combine sufficient vitamin D with balanced nutrition, gentle resistance training, and safe outdoor movement, they are giving their muscles a foundation for strength that directly translates into everyday independence. Imagine the difference between struggling to get up from a chair and doing it with ease, or the difference between fearing a fall on the stairs and confidently moving through the day. Vitamin D provides the biological foundation for that difference, making it one of the most important vitamins for leg strength after 60. Vitamin B12 is often described as the energy vitamin, but its most vital role for seniors is in protecting the nerve-muscle connection, which is essential for strong, responsive legs. Every time you take a step, rise from a chair, or climb a staircase, your brain sends electrical signals through the spinal cord and nerves to tell your leg muscles how to move. Vitamin B12 is the nutrient that helps insulate these nerve fibers with a fatty coating called myelin, allowing messages to travel rapidly and accurately. Without enough B12, that insulation starts to break down, and the communication between nerves and muscles becomes sluggish or incomplete. The result is often felt as tingling in the feet, numbness in the legs, or weakness that seems to appear out of nowhere. Seniors with chronic B12 deficiency may even develop what is known as peripheral neuropathy, a condition where the nerves become so damaged that balance, coordination, and leg strength are severely compromised. Research confirms that low B12 levels are strongly associated with increased fall risk in older adults, not only because muscles weaken, but also because the body's ability to sense where it is in space becomes impaired. This makes B12 one of the most overlooked but critical vitamins for maintaining independence after 60. The challenge is that as we age, the body's ability to absorb B12 from food decreases significantly. This happens because stomach acid and a protein called intrinsic factor are needed to release and transport B12 from food sources like meat, eggs, and dairy. With age, stomach acid naturally declines, and many seniors also take medications such as proton pump inhibitors or metformin, which further reduce absorption. This means that even if a senior is eating enough B12-rich foods, they may still end up deficient. One solution is to include fortified foods such as breakfast cereals or plant milks that have added B12, but for many people over 60, supplementation is the most reliable option. Sublingual B12 tablets, which dissolve under the tongue, or B12 injections prescribed by a doctor bypass the digestive system entirely and deliver the nutrient directly into the bloodstream. The difference can be profound. Seniors who restore healthy B12 levels often report improved energy, stronger legs, steadier walking, and sharper thinking, because this vitamin supports not just the muscles, but also the brain itself. Another important detail is that B12 works closely with folate and vitamin B6 to regulate homocysteine, a compound that at high levels can damage blood vessels and impair circulation to the muscles. By lowering homocysteine, these vitamins together improve blood flow, allowing oxygen and nutrients to reach the legs more efficiently. So when we think about B12, we should not just think about energy or nerves in isolation, but about the entire system that allows seniors to move confidently and avoid the dangers of immobility. Imagine being able to walk across a room without worrying about stumbling or enjoying a long day out without the constant fatigue that comes with weak muscles and nerve dysfunction. Vitamin B12 restores that possibility by literally repairing the communication lines between the brain and the legs. When most people think of vitamin C, they picture immune support or the prevention of colds. But for seniors over 60, the deeper role of vitamin C is in collagen production, which is the very protein that holds your muscles, tendons, ligaments, and bones together. Without strong collagen, the legs lose both stability and power, because the tissues that connect muscle to bone begin to weaken. This is why vitamin C deficiency often shows up as joint pain, slow wound healing, or fragile skin that bruises easily. The same weakness can be happening inside the legs, making them more prone to injury and slower to recover from strain. Collagen acts like the scaffolding that gives structure and resilience to the body. If the scaffolding is weak, the muscles cannot generate force effectively, and movement feels unsteady. Seniors who maintain adequate vitamin C intake are literally giving their muscles a stronger foundation to pull against. What is fascinating is that the body cannot produce vitamin C on its own. Unlike most animals, humans must get it entirely from food or supplements. This means consistency is everything. Research has shown that low vitamin C levels are strongly linked with sarcopenia, the age-related muscle loss that robs many older adults of their independence. A 2020 study from the University of East Anglia, for example, found that older adults with higher vitamin C intake had significantly greater muscle mass and strength compared to those with lower intake. The mechanism is simple but powerful. Vitamin C supports the enzymes that weave collagen fibers together, and these fibers form the flexible but tough tissues that allow seniors to keep walking, standing, and moving without pain. Beyond collagen, vitamin C is also a potent antioxidant, which means it reduces the oxidative stress that accelerates muscle breakdown. Every time muscles contract, especially during walking or exercise, tiny amounts of free radicals are generated. Over time, if these are not neutralized, they can damage muscle proteins and slow down recovery. Vitamin C quenches these free radicals, protecting both the muscle fibers and the connective tissues that hold them in place. This is why seniors who have enough vitamin C not only maintain stronger muscles, but also recover faster when they are injured. Imagine twisting an ankle or straining a calf muscle and being able to heal quickly instead of enduring weeks of discomfort. That healing power is partly due to vitamin C. The practical question then becomes how much and from where. Citrus fruits like oranges and grapefruits are classic sources, but equally powerful are bell peppers, strawberries, kiwi, and even broccoli. For seniors who struggle to get enough through diet alone, a moderate daily supplement of vitamin C can be a simple safeguard. It is worth noting that too much supplementation does not offer extra benefits and can upset the stomach, so balance is key. Aim to make vitamin C-rich foods a daily habit, not just an occasional choice. The body uses what it needs and then eliminates the rest, which is why consistent intake matters more than occasional high doses. If you imagine your leg muscles as the engine of mobility, collagen is the frame that keeps that engine stable. And vitamin C is the tool that repairs and maintains that frame every single day. Without it, the legs gradually lose strength and resilience. With it, seniors preserve the ability to move freely and recover quickly, both of which are priceless for independence after 60. When most people think about leg strength, they imagine lifting weights, walking more, or doing balance exercises. But what often goes unnoticed is the crucial role of magnesium, a mineral that acts as the spark plug for your muscles and nerves. Without magnesium, your muscles cannot contract and relax properly. Every time you lift your leg, every time you push off the ground to take a step, magnesium is behind the scenes, regulating the flow of calcium and potassium in and out of your muscle cells. If you are low in magnesium, which is surprisingly common in people over 60, you may experience leg cramps, restless legs at night, twitching, or even a heavy dragging feeling when you walk. These are not random nuisances. They are signs that your muscles are struggling to function without enough fuel. Magnesium is also deeply tied to the nervous system. Your brain sends electrical impulses down through your spinal cord and into the nerves that activate your legs. Magnesium helps regulate those impulses so that they are smooth and controlled rather than chaotic and misfiring. When your magnesium levels drop, the electrical balance is disrupted. This can create jerky movements, spasms, or weakness that feels like your legs give out unexpectedly. Many seniors describe feeling more stable and coordinated once they restore their magnesium, because the mineral helps keep the connection between brain and muscle sharp and efficient. But magnesium's benefits go beyond muscle contraction. It is essential for energy production at the cellular level. Inside your muscles, tiny power plants called mitochondria rely on magnesium to convert nutrients from food into usable energy. If you are deficient, those mitochondria cannot produce enough ATP, the molecule your body uses for every movement. That is why magnesium deficiency often shows up as fatigue, especially in the legs. People may notice that short walks leave them drained, or that climbing stairs feels like lifting weights. Restoring magnesium gives your mitochondria the raw material they need to recharge your muscle energy, making daily activity feel lighter and easier. Another reason magnesium matters so much after 60 is its relationship with inflammation and recovery. As we age, low-grade inflammation tends to rise, and this accelerates muscle breakdown. Magnesium has been shown to calm overactive stress pathways in the body, lowering cortisol levels and supporting recovery after exertion. This means your muscles can rebuild instead of staying in a weakened, inflamed state. Seniors who optimize magnesium often find they bounce back faster after walking or exercising, which makes it easier to stay consistent and avoid the downward spiral of muscle loss. The challenge is that magnesium is easily depleted. Medications commonly prescribed for older adults, such as diuretics or proton pump inhibitors, can lower magnesium levels. Modern diets, heavy in processed foods and low in vegetables and seeds, often fail to provide enough. That is why studies show that a majority of people over 50 are not meeting their magnesium needs. Fortunately, there are natural ways to correct this. Leafy greens such as spinach and kale, seeds like pumpkin and sunflower, nuts such as almonds, and even dark chocolate are rich in magnesium. For those who struggle to get enough through diet, magnesium supplements can be a safe and effective option, especially in forms like magnesium glycinate, which are gentle on digestion and efficiently absorbed. Think of magnesium as the silent protector of your muscles. You may not notice it when your levels are adequate, but when they slip too low, the body quickly reveals its absence in the form of cramps, weakness, fatigue, and poor coordination. By restoring magnesium, you are giving your legs the stability, energy, and resilience they need to keep carrying you through life with confidence. This is not about a quick fix. It is about giving your muscles the mineral support they require to stay alive and active, especially in your most important decades. As we have seen, leg weakness and muscle loss are not inevitable parts of aging. They are often the result of missing key nutrients that support bone density, muscle strength, nerve function, and recovery. Vitamin D acts as the foundation for your bones and balance, keeping your legs sturdy. Vitamin B12 nourishes your nervous system, ensuring smooth communication between your brain and muscles, so every step feels confident. Vitamin C drives collagen production and circulation, giving your muscles resilience and repair capacity. And magnesium, the often overlooked mineral, regulates muscle contraction, prevents cramps, and restores energy for daily movement. Together, these four nutrients form a protective shield against frailty, loss of independence, and the fear of falling. By adding these into your diet through natural foods or supplements, you can rebuild strength, stabilize your steps, and reclaim the confidence to walk, climb, and live fully. The truth is, age does not have to dictate weakness. With the right nutritional foundation, your legs can remain strong, steady, and capable well into your senior years.